إلهي يا متعالي ارحم حالي.
What is happening in the world of design? What is happening in the world of entertainment? How are you justifying yourself watching television shows that have, the following has sexual content? You're like, oh, it's just some sexual content. It's just some. I can forward it. You know, I could skip that part. I just see the first second of it. Then I'll say astaghfirullah. Then I'll watch it again when nobody else is there. It's disgusting, but this is what shaitan has done. And he knew that human beings will lose their dignity if they lose their clothes. And now we are living in times where losing the clothing is celebrated. It's just celebrated. Why are guys working out if they're going to stay dressed? You can tell me you're working out because you want to be healthy, but there are plenty of other exercises you can do, but you want to build certain muscles of your body because eventually you want to find an excuse where somebody sees you. It's sad. Even guys. Girls, you know. Why are they, there are girls that are dressed and they want to tell themselves they're dressed Islamically. They're covered head to toe. But covering isn't just the Islamic code of dress. It's about protecting, covering what Allah beautified within you. So if you're covered head to toe, but you're wearing skin-tight clothes, you know, or you're drawing attention to certain parts of your body with the kinds of clothes you're wearing, you know, you don't kid yourself, you know. And I'm talking to you like your older brother. I'm not gonna, you know, beat around the bush. It is like it is. My daughters have to hear this from me too. So I'm not going to come and talk to you like just a formal lecture, somebody might get offended. Look, I'll tell you like it is. You're 14, 15 years old, you're 16 years old, 17 years old. There's no reason you should be dressing like that. There's no reason. And don't kid yourself that you're wearing a hijab, and don't kid yourself. You know? And I'm not going to call you out if you're walking by, hey, dress better or whatever. I'm not going to call you out, but this is my opportunity to call you out. And nobody else can call you out. You have to call yourself out. You have to stop letting shaitan trick you into thinking this is your way of looking beautiful. This is not. This is not. This is sad. This is what it's people who don't have anything higher to find meaning in. This is what they find meaning in. I'm not saying you shouldn't dress nicely. Girls have a natural tendency to want to dress nicely. Guys can look like homeless people and they're fine. Girls have a thing. They want to dress nicely. That's fine. You know, I wouldn't dress like this if my mom didn't tell me. I wouldn't do it, you know. So my mom said, "Aise ja rahe ho bahar? Aise lecture doge? Ye pehan ke jao." Like, okay, mom, I'll dress up. Okay. You gonna go like that? Like that? To a lecture? I was like, okay, mom. All right, fine. I'll dress like a human. But girls want to look pretty. That's fine. You know what? Cool. That's cool. No problem. Allah even says when He revealed clothing, He said, warisha, and means to look well, look nice. He did. But not provocative, and you are smart enough to know the difference, and please don't pretend you don't. You do. You know very well. And your mother calls you out on it too. Your mother calls you out and you say, Mom, come on, don't say that. You're embarrassing me. No, she's not embarrassing you. She's giving you a reality check. Because shaitan's messing with you and your mom's trying to help you out. Don't dress like that, don't dress like this. And then there are the sad situations in our families where the mother tells the daughter, take the hijab off. Why is your jilbab so loose? Why can't you get a tighter one? That'll look nicer. You know, there are those sad, disgusting situations. That needs to stop.
The small village, the villages of Mecca and Medina, they had nothing and they took over the world, 1/3 of the world. How on earth did they do this? They had no weapons, they had no technology, they had no academia. It was just them and Tawheed. Because they knew what Tawheed meant. It was here in the heart. Because when Allah says and His messengers say, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, what does that mean? La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. It's not a statement we say out of frustration when we spill tea on the floor. Many of us say that. But what does it mean, ikhwan akhawat? It means there is no true power except the power of Allah. This means that anything in creation intrinsically has no true power. Therefore you can't blame them for anything, and they don't have any power, and they can't be your obstacle. Because Allah only uses them as a tool to bring about His will and His power. This is so fundamental in the science of Tawheed, in the affirming the oneness of Allah Azza wa Jal. This is why the Sahaba, they could take over the world, not fear anybody. Because they knew whatever happens is because of Allah's will and power, not because of Him. He has no truth. I'm not going to fear Him. He's nothing. I'm nothing. Do you see? And this is so important for us to understand. It would really empower us to have a new realm of possibility to achieve what we can achieve. This is why Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, what did he do? Before leading the army, he would make dua to Allah so much as if he needed no one else but Allah. And when he was fighting on the battlefield, what did he do? What did he do? It's as if he needed no one else but himself. This is the Muslim. Wallahi, we fear the things that should not be feared. And we become victims. The language of victimhood is a disempowering language. You tell me when the Prophet ﷺ blamed anyone else for his situation. Tell me, when did he blame others, the Zionists, Fox News, BBC? When did he blame these people? Ikhwan, akhawat, wake up. We always want to be the victims. Yes, we are oppressed, we agree. But we don't have the mentality of the oppressed. Because we have Allah. Allah is our helper. Allah is our friend. We have Allah, they don't have Allah. Every situation is an opportunity for reward and success. And we should never have the victimhood mentality. Once you have the victimhood mentality, what do? You give power to the oppressor. He is the only one that is able to change your situation. That is the science of victimhood. Oh, I can't change. Look at me, I'm a victim. Wallahi, the Sahaba were never like this, even when they were losing in battle sometimes. It's because they understood reality, ikhwan, akhawat. And by the way, atheists are mushriks, according to Dr. Jafar Idris, and he makes an amazing point because they attribute power to creation. Wallahi, interesting point, huh? The all-powerful, the attribute, they attribute to creation. Because the naturalists, which in the classical sciences they were called the Dahriya, which now are known as communists. The Dahriya, they were naturalists thinking that the whole world is a self-contained system and it only has power. So when you fear, you're like an atheist. Wallahi, it's like you don't believe in Allah because you think that this creation has intrinsic power. This is the aqidah of a naturalist, of the Dahriya. This is the aqidah of the atheist. But we believe in Allah. So when we reaffirm this yaqeen, wallahi, it will change your life. Inshallah. And you see this in the lives of the Sahaba. 90 years after the death of Rasulullah, where were we? Who knows where Multan is? Pakistan. We're in Multan, we're in Spain. SubhanAllah, 90 years after the death of the Prophet ﷺ. And it was only then that we decided to fix the masjid, by the way. It was still dripping with water. So that tells you how important buildings are in Islam. Not very important.